Hannibal Clinic, streaming live on KHQA.com.
Just past 10 a.m. on the 4th of July, and that means it is time for the National Tom Sawyer Day Parade, a tradition here in America's hometown. Good morning, I'm Tegan Orpett.
I'm Zach Richardson.
And we are going to be your hosts this morning as we broadcast the parade live here from America's hometown. We are starting to get some of the floats heading down the street here, and it's a tradition here. You've had the opportunity to do a few stories here in America's hometown over the last couple of weeks leading up to this weekend.
It's been really fun, just a lot of different activities. This is, like you said, it's a tradition that the community really gets out here and comes behind everything that happens. You know, the mud volleyball is always a fan favorite. The Hannibal Cannibal, and then obviously Tom and Becky announcement today, which is going to be really fun, and just to see the excitement for Tom Sawyer Days and 4th of July celebration in Hannibal is just amazing.
It is. And 10 o'clock this morning, the parade happening right now. It's not the only event happening today. At noon is the official crowning of the new Tom and Becky that will be ambassadors for Hannibal, America's hometown, for the entire year. And they have so many wonderful places that they go representing and being ambassadors for Hannibal, which is always a great reward for those 7th graders, because you have to be a 7th grader in order to be able to do that. So it's always amazing to see the process that goes along with that. It is several months in the making to get to that point.
It really is, and I'm glad you mentioned just the process. You know, you had a chance to hear from some of them, and just not just, you know, being in character, and you know, they turn themselves into Tom and Becky, and all 5 candidates, or 5 Toms and 5 Becky candidates, they come out here, they talk about what they want to do, and all of them had the same idea of wanting to help the community be better and make Hannibal feel like a safe place, which I think in the past, all of our Tom and Becky's done a fantastic job of doing that. I always enjoyed coming to Hannibal and seeing Tom and Becky roaming the streets of America's hometown. So really fun to see young people get out here and get a part of something like this, and continue to make Hannibal a great place.
Yeah, because besides Mark Twain, it's Tom and Becky.
It is.
They are the faces of America's hometown. We're going to pause here for a second. You have a color guard coming down the parade route right now.
We're clear.
Well, the parade is getting underway. We have the color guard just go through after the parade today. They do have the crowning of Tom and Becky at noon. The carnival opens. That's also very important. That also opens at noon. There's a cornhole tournament, and of course, the registration for that is at noon at Tanyard Gardens. And fireworks. Yes. And this entire celebration that I think really has gone since last Wednesday when mud volleyball started.
It really has. You know, you mentioned fireworks. Fireworks. Who doesn't like fireworks? Especially on the 4th of July. Saw it last night. You know, hear the fireworks everywhere across the area. You know, and while I'm in Hannibal and in Quincy, but it's going to be fun. The events have been going on forever. Like I said, it seems like it's been a long time, but it's been a fun time for everybody. And the weather has somewhat cooperated for us, which is a good thing. But especially with that mud volleyball, the rain really helped out the mud volleyball and made it extra muddy for everybody out there, and really fun.
I heard some stories about the mud volleyball. I did, and I think it was extra sloshier this year.
I think next year I might try to register and get involved in the mud volleyball myself. I don't know how I'll do with mud.
A team of one, or are you going to gather some folks?
We'll get a team together, have to get out there and play a little bit.
You know, KHQA has had a team before. We have had a team play mud volleyball. I think we did pretty well, too.
I think we can make some noise and win some games.
I think, you know what, Zach, you're onto something. We are onto something. Let's get back to the parade as we are starting to get more floats come down the street. There goes some of Hannibal's finest, the Hannibal Fire Department, some of the heroes in our community, along with the Marion County Ambulance District following. We had the Hannibal PD ahead of them earlier in the parade. So a big shout out to those that serve our community and protect us on a daily basis.
They do so much for us, and not just great, firefighters, police officers, but just great people in general. You saw Mark Kemker. I love seeing the guy when I'm in town or just seeing him anywhere and just catching up with him. Great people, really great people.
Speaking of great people, KHQA is now coming up in the parade behind us. There's our crew. We know all of them. They're in the parade route today. Oh, we absolutely can.
People love these.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Blessing. These are going to be great on our desk, Zach.
These are really going to be great.
If you've ever played with Century toys or just need to use them at work or at school, I tell you what, they are a great stress reliever.
I can see this is going to help me out a lot. I'll use this quite a bit.
Yes. Well, KHQA just went by. Now, very dear to my heart. I've done this race many times. St. Jude's Quincy Hannibal to Peoria run, now heading down the parade route. They do so much in our community. They raise so much money for those kids that are dealing with cancer and their families here locally, and then for the St. Jude's Hospital nationally.
You hear a lot of the stories, and it breaks your heart, but to see, people come together to support these kids and give them the best experience and best possible life, it's just amazing what people do, especially for their young kids.
We talked about the Tom and Becky program earlier when we first kicked off here the parade at 10 a.m. Here are the 5 candidates, 5 Toms, 5 Beckys coming down the parade route at the moment, who will find out the official ambassadors at noon today. But all 5 Toms and all 5 Beckys will get to do public appearances throughout the year representing representing Hannibal, America's hometown, both locally, nationally, and sometimes internationally.
And it's really good. It's a really good experience. Not only are you representing your hometown, but you're doing it on a national level. Really exciting opportunity for a lot of these young individuals.
Yeah, so good luck to them as we see them down the parade route. And of course, in just a couple of hours, they'll figure out who the official Tom and Becky is. So I believe that was last year's class. This coming up on the trolley is this year's class of the 5 Toms and 5 Beckys. Hannibal Rural Fire Protection, again, serving and protecting our community, just came by. If you're just joining us, so we are here live from America's hometown for the National Tom Sawyer's Day Parade, an annual tradition here for 68 years, Zach. 68 years this tradition has happened. I'm telling you what, people from all around the country come here for this weekend to celebrate, to take in all the festivities, from mud volleyball to frog jumping to fence painting. I mean, everything.
It's really amazing. As you said, 68 years. First of all, to have a tradition so long is just absolutely incredible. But like you said, people from all over the country come here. I believe Saturday at the Hannibal Cannibal, there were people from representing 20 different states that were in town in Hannibal to celebrate Tom Sawyer Days, be a part of the festivities, and they talked about continuing to stay throughout the week for this moment here, and stick around for later on tonight to see some fireworks. So it's really awesome just to see everybody from different backgrounds, different states, different communities. They just all come together as one to have a great time, enjoy some friends, family, and just great festivities.
Yes, and of course the streets lined with people. That is always such a joy to see folks come out and support this parade every single year. And a lot of folks make it a family tradition that they come here for the parade, they stay through the festivities in the afternoon, and then the fireworks tonight.
And it's really good. I think it gets bigger every year. Like last year I came here and I was like, oh, this is amazing. I come here this year, there's even more people. So he's talking about traditions. You know, what were some of your traditions for 4th of July with you and your family?
Yeah, so a lot of it, well, in the business here, you work on the 4th of July, so this is where I end up most of the time, but we still do the fireworks in the evening. But, you know, as a kid, we would do a barbecue, and then we would head out to our local town and do the fireworks displays. You know, it's kind of what it is, kind of a low-key celebration. But for us, you know, we work the 4th of July to be able to bring you this and to carry on the traditions of America's hometown and be able to be present and enjoy it just like everybody else.
And I tell you, this is not a bad new tradition to start being here in America's hometown for the Tom Sawyer Day Parade, as well as just to see everybody out here, to see the people come by and speak, say hi. I love that. If you're stop by, say hi to us. We enjoy that a lot. So really fun new tradition that we've been able to start here by coming out and bringing this to everybody back home.
Absolutely. Now we'll head back to the parade as they made it back to our location now. Thank you very much.
I'll have some. You're all boring.
Thank you.
Hello, sir.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I feel like we're about maybe the halfway point through this parade. We'd like to thank our sponsor, Blessing Health Hannibal, for making this possible for you guys to see at home and also on the web. So if you can't make it here to the parade, this is a great way for you to still enjoy the festivities, because not everybody can get out and about, and it's hot out already this morning. And so this is a great way for us to bring the parade to you.
It really is. That's the great thing about technology. We have the ability to do that kind of stuff, so we're happy to be able to provide that for everybody out there, so you can stay comfort your home and still see all the fun activities here at the parade.
Yeah, so special thank you to Blessing Health Hannibal for making that possible. We have a little bit of a break in the parade route. We saw some amazing floats come through as we talk about National Tom Sawyer Days Parade, a tradition here in America's hometown. We even got to see Mark Twain himself.
We did.
Go by. So you get to see Mark Twain, Tom and Becky, all the festivities. After the parade is the official crowning of Tom and Becky at noon in Central Park. There's also going to be a cornhole tournament this afternoon. In addition to that, the fireworks tonight. Lots of crafts in Central Park, food vendors, trucks, and of course you can't forget about strolling into all the shops in downtown Hannibal. They have some one-of-a-kind shops down there, and a few of my favorites are definitely on that couple of street strip there. So
this is really a good. It's not just good for the city of Hannibal, but their businesses downtown. This brings in a lot of people, as we talked about, those out-of-staters that come in. And talk to a few business owners, and they really look forward to this week because it's kind of their anchor for the rest of the summer and to kind of kick off the rest of their year. So really awesome to see so much money going right back into the local economy here in Hannibal, and I'm sure they enjoy having everybody walking around and seeing everybody having a good time smiling downtown Hannibal as well.
And I'm sure they enjoy seeing families come back year after year, getting to watch those families grow because they make this an annual tradition. So we're going to get back to the parade, and it looks like we are about that halfway point. There's still many more floats to go.
Hey, damn you. Hey, don't give me one. Don't give me one. Come on, let's open this. Oh.
are continuing with the parade here in America's hometown. National Tom Sawyer Days concludes today. It's been, I feel like it's an entire week-long event. It starts with mud volleyball last week and ends today with the parade this morning, the crowning of Tom and Becky, some festivities this afternoon, the fireworks this evening, and it just kind of wraps up this annual tradition here in America's hometown that's been going strong for years.
It's been going really strong, really great week, and like we talked about the weather, beautiful weather today. The sun's out. You see the kids getting sprayed with water, cooling off a little bit. So really good week and really fun week out here in America's hometown to celebrate Tom Sawyer Days and really kick off the 4th of July holiday.
Yes, and we talked about the Tom and Becky program and the fact that there are 5 official Toms, 5 official Beckys, but it's the process in which it gets to them. It's a very prestigious, recognition here, and it's months of preparation for that. So the crowning of the official Tom and Becky is at noon today, so you don't want to miss that. That is at Central Park here in Hannibal, but all 5 Toms and all 5 Beckys will get to do appearances throughout the year because they can't be everywhere at one time, and there's going to be several appearances at one time. So in some capacity, they all get to participate in that year-long event and then crown the new ones. Next year, the entire Central Park is full of vendors. I just got to drive by. I will sneak over after the parade is over. They definitely have a lot of arts and crafts in there, homemade goods, food, and of course the downtown area is also full of life this afternoon as all the shops continue to be open for you to browse and shop in. The floats just continue, a wide variety here for the parade, but really this event in Hannibal continues many traditions of frog jumping contests. There's a national fence painting contest, so then the winner of that will then advance. So, but there's also local. There's the Tom Girl contest, which I always loved. As a kid, I always wanted to do it, but I never got an opportunity to. But there's so many things that they have to do throughout the week, including mud volleyball and a lot of different events on the weekends. You cover the Hannibal Cannibal. You have the opportunity to go see I want to say hundreds, but close to 1,000 racers, right?
There's, I believe, over 1,200 for sure, over 1,200, and just the amount of people there, the streets filled up. It's a rolling start, so it seems like it never ended. Once they started, it seemed like it never ended. So really, really cool to see them coming back to the finish line and just the celebrations when they were crossing that finish line of people just supporting, like I said, out having a great time.
And they had to get really early for that, so God bless them for getting up super early to do that. But for them, it's also a tradition. Sometimes families get together and they do that race every single year, and they get to meet new people from across the country.
Really awesome. Just more power to them for getting up that early and being able to run that much. I don't think I could ever do that.
You know what? I've ran a little bit in my time. Getting up early, I'm used to, but combining those two together, I'm just not really sure. So I always applaud the people that have that energy, that type of energy, that early in the morning, and they make it a tradition, and it's a great fundraiser. We have to, definitely mention that it's a great fundraiser for a good cause.
And it goes back to the Hannibal Regional Foundation and goes back to provide great service for their patients in the area since they took over hospice, so really great cause, and I think a lot of people, they enjoy the run, but they even more so, they like to give back to a great cause, and so really awesome to see such a great turnout, giving back to the Hannibal Regional Foundation and doing that for them.
Yes, and we'd also like to take this time to once again thank our sponsor, Blessing Health Hannibal, for allowing you guys at home to be able to watch this broadcast since you can't make it down here.
Jesus came into my life, and He gave me an identity. He showed me the way. He is the way, the truth, and the life. Anybody believe in Jesus today? Come on, can I get a hallelujah? How many love Hannibal? Come on, let me get a hallelujah if you love Hannibal. Hallelujah!
continues for National Tom Sawyer Days here in America's hometown as we are getting ready to wrap it up here shortly. We are probably about 3/4 into the parade, and we're definitely starting to kind of wind it down just a little bit. But we've seen some great organizations, some great floats, heard some great music. I tell you what, nothing tops the Hannibal Marching Band when they come through.
Oh, not at all. It's one of my favorite parts is honestly to hear them play. Just excited to see what's going to be the new song for them. And I always look forward to football season. What's going to be their new halftime performance? Really talented group. Really always enjoy hearing them play.
Yes, and we got a little taste of that for a little bit here as they march down the parade route. But again, a lot of organizations and businesses get to come out to get to show off their business, let the community know what they are all about. I will say, I think I've seen more water this year than I've had in years past, but for good reason. It is hot out here. We are blessed to be under this tent, but if you happen to be on the other side without any coverage, it's warm. So I'm sure they were happy to see those like super soakers out.
Yeah, for sure. I'm glad we didn't get hit with it, although it probably would have felt pretty nice to get with a little bit of water.
You know what? I will not disagree with you. It might have felt a little good, but there's way too much equipment here for them to get wet. But I tell you what, the kids on both sides of us really got in on that fun. But I think they're dry already.
The sun will do it to you.
Yes, definitely will. So we're going to head it back to the parade route now as we are getting ready to wrap it up here probably within the next 20 or 30 minutes as we have a few more floats to come down the parade route. But keep it here. Thank you for joining us here on television and also on the web if you couldn't make it down here. Once again, we'd like to thank the sponsor, Blessing Hannibal Health, for allowing us to be able to broadcast this to you today and be able to participate in this annual tradition in the comfort of your home or on a smart device, which is always great to be able to kind of still enjoy that tradition, but maybe not necessarily be able to attend here.
And you stay nice and cool and the AC, get some grilling. You can start your grilling a little early today and spend some time with family at home and still catch the parade. Can't beat anything like that.
No, and we talked about water earlier. There is another float coming down the parade route. Maybe they can sneak us a little spray to help cool us down just a little bit. But I tell you what, that is a crowd pleaser here. When those floats have the water and they get to cool you down just a little bit. A lot of floats also they had popsicles. I thought that was a genius idea as well, to be able to throw popsicles out to folks along the parade routes to help cool them down as well.
It's really cool to see these folks take that initiative to realize it's really hot out. We should, we should reward these great people that came out here to see us all drive through the parade and celebrate the 4th of July holiday and Tom Sawyer Days. give us some popsicles. It's a pretty good treat.
Yep, so here comes the water that we were just referring to as it comes down the parade route. They've only used about half of their tank, so we'll see if they can finish the rest of it up down the road. Popsicle. I think that's a good start, right? I The parade is wrapping up here shortly. We appreciate you guys joining us during the broadcast today. A special thank you to Blessing Health Hannibal for allowing us to be able to do this today, to you to do this at home and on web. We truly appreciate it. It's starting to wind down just a little bit, but I tell you what, the kids here today, and even the adults, kid at heart, there was no limit to the candy. I tell you what, I mean, like, it was flying, and there was still so much behind us.
There was a lot of candy there on, and I was a little surprised it never seemed to slow down at all. But I know, like you said, both kids and some adults that are kids at heart were very excited to see that candy keep flying in.
Yeah, I was excited to see the bouncy balls.
Yeah.
That came out as well, and water balloons. I mean, I'm telling you, they got creative this year. So we're starting to wind down just a little bit. We appreciate you joining us here today, the National Tom Sawyer Day Parade. We are so excited to be here once again, as it's tradition for us as well, as I'm sure it is for you as well to view it or even attend it. But it doesn't end after the parade. It continues on at noon today with the official Tom and Becky being announced. And then from there on, there's lots of festivities this evening.
It's going to be a really fun, like I said, it's been a fun weekend, or a fun week and weekend already, and it's going to continue on today with more stuff to kind of wrap up the Tom Sawyer Day. So don't go anywhere after this parade's over. Stick around and go check out the vendors at Central Park and everything. It's going to be great. I think I'm going to stop down and go see what kind of snacks I can find over there.
Oh, there is an abundance of snacks. I scoped out a few already earlier. So there's like I feel like when you come to events like this, you come every year, there's a list of things that you always get. There's things that you always stop by that you get because you can't leave without getting them.
I don't know. I gotta get something.
Yeah, well, lemonade shake-ups, kettle corn, I feel like ice cream, barbecue. I feel like all the above is a must-have. Like
it's too many options
when you are down here. So we'll hand it back to the parade route as we just have a few more floats to go. You got 2 more popsicles. You're the jackpot chick. Oh yeah! I never turned down ice cream or popsicle. Awesome,
No,
thank you. Oh, sweetie, it was nice to meet you. Have a good day. You staying for the fireworks? Oh, you lost half your popsicle. Well, we are getting ready to wrap up the National Tom Sawyer Day Parade here in America's hometown. It has been a pleasure being able to enjoy this with you, alongside of you, and to be able to present this to you on behalf of Blessing Health Hannibal.
Like I said, another great year, great turnout for this, and going to be a great turnout later on tonight for fireworks and all the other festivities leading up to fireworks tonight. So it's really been a blast to come out here and see all the floats and see all the smiles and laughters, and just everybody having a really good time out here.
It is. So we're going to wrap it up. We're going to send you out with the last few floats of the parade. We appreciate you joining us, and we will see you back here again next year, because it's a tradition. So you will see us back. But on behalf of myself, Zach, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you to Blessing Health Hannibal for allowing this to happen. God bless, and have a happy 4th of July.